Alright guys, today we're going to be testing a new product that I found. This is called JB Fiber Weld from the same people from JB Weld, except for this is a Fiber Weld Permanent Repair Cast. This is supposed to be some type of, I guess kind of like if you break your arm you get a cast, some type of an epoxy cast material that you can see on the pictures is meant to fix, like if you have like an axe handle that's broken or a wheelbarrow handle that's broken. You're supposed to be able to wrap this around the handle of tools or whatever. It hardens up. Apparently, where does it say it? Apparently it hardens up like steel within 15 minutes. And then apparently you're supposed to be good. I have some broken tools. I have a hammer. Actually, I got a bunch of hammers. I got that hammer. I have a 6-pound sledgehammer. I have a shovel. Clearly what I did here was I cut these all at an angle to kind of simulate, you know, kind of how I feel like if this thing would have broke naturally just from using it over and over. I try to kind of simulate that rather than if I cut it directly in half. I feel like that's not realistic. This should give us the best chance possible of getting a good result. So I cut them all on a slant. And then after I cut all of these, I have another sledgehammer that I cut, and I realized that I might have made a mistake, maybe not. I did cut it, but I only cut it about 90%. So that way it won't be hard to wrap it up, but it's still obviously completely cut. And this one is a 10-pounder, so it'll be interesting to see the difference. I've not been able to find a wheelbarrow with wooden handles yet. I might have to settle for like fiberglass or something. Before the end of the video, I should be able to find one, and then we will also test that. We're gonna fix this. There were supposed to be gloves in here. Oh, wait a minute. The gloves are in here. So I did read the directions. I know that's gonna be like blow your socks off. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to add water to this, like the 2-part epoxy mixed inside of the package. These gloves are, granted they are included, but they are not the best. Strange. There's all the epoxy. So we're supposed to pour water in here for 15 seconds. And I guess the water activates the epoxy. Not exactly sure how that works. I've never seen... Usually epoxy is like, you know, 2 different parts that you mix together. I've never seen epoxy that is activated with water. You're supposed to massage it around. Let me just double check the directions here. 5 to 10 seconds. So we should be good. Alright. Now what am I supposed to do with this? We're dripping epoxy everywhere. Let's set that up so you don't want to spill that. Alright. This is going to be a disaster. This is why I was saying that I probably should have only cut them like 90%, so they could like hold themselves in place. Oh, don't spin. All right. Get it as tight as possible. Oh, there we go. All right. And then you're supposed to apply this is supposed to be the securing bandage. I think that's what they called it. I guess this is yeah, probably because of that, to hold it tight. And from what I understand, this is just supposed to... Yeah, because this is like super elasticy. Keep in mind, if you did this, you're going to have this epoxy all over the place. all over your hammer or whatever tool it is. That's probably not going to be great. That looks pretty good to me. And then we do what? After 5 to 7 minutes, we're supposed to remove this securing bandage. All right, see you guys in 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so before we go any farther, this video is sponsored by Hungryroot. So what is Hungryroot? Hungryroot is an online grocery delivery service that makes it very easy to eat healthy. How it works is you just take a short quiz, tell them a little bit about yourself. You tell them things like your dietary needs, your goals, how many people you're trying to feed, and then from there they will send you weekly grocery deliveries along with 10-minute recipes. So here's one of my favorite things about Hungryroot. Not only has it saved me so much time since I started using them, but one of my favorite things is that you can edit your deliveries. So you can edit your deliveries and get exactly what you want, or you can just let Hungryroot choose for you. Another thing that I like is if you're like me and you tend to be a creature of habit, then Hungryroot can really help you discover new foods. Hungryroot also caters to a wide variety of dietary needs, and not only that, they help you save time, money, and reduce food waste. And on top of that, something else that makes Hungryroot different is that with Hungryroot, you get full-sized groceries. So let's see what they sent. Let's just do this. Okay. Ooh! Pretzel buns. I love pretzel buns. So that means there's got to be burgers or something somewhere. 100% grass-fed beef burgers. Bacon. All right, so for dinner, let's make some bacon pretzel bun beef burgers. All right, let's try this out. There's nothing like bacon and a pretzel bun. That is so good. So if you're interested in trying Hungryroot, the first 100 people to use my code Tyler40 will get 40% off their first order. All of the links will be in the description, or you can just scan the QR code on the screen. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Okay. So they probably want you to pull this off now because it's getting tacky, and you don't want this to adhere completely to the wrap. It's already hardening up. That's pretty crazy. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh no. Did I wait too long? I wonder how vital it is that I get that off of there. So I don't want to mess it up. This whole thing is very sticky, so I'm hoping that goes away. Oh, maybe. Okay. Oh, it's coming off in strips. So I think next time maybe I won't wait 5 minutes. Maybe I'll do like 4 minutes or 3 minutes. Aha! Look how sticky that is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just repeat that process on the rest of them. I'm gonna let all of these sit, even though it says it hardens like still in 15 minutes. I'm gonna let them all sit for 24 hours, and we're gonna test them out. All right, it has been 24 hours, and I am happy to announce that everything turned out fine. And my biggest concern was that maybe it would remain kind of like sticky. And I'm happy to announce that nothing is sticky, even whenever I kind of spilt it on the wood. It all just dries like a hard epoxy. You can even see where some of it kind of oozed out here. But it's all completely hard, no stickiness. As for the application process, I do want to say that I was a little bit unsure if that I guess stretchy bandage that you're supposed to put on after you put the main wrap on there. I was kind of wondering if that was necessary or not. It is 100% necessary. On both of these and the shovel, I don't know if it's maybe like where the handle is a little bit thicker, and especially on the shovel where the handle is like perfectly round. These are kind of like oval-ish. On the shovel, whenever I wrapped it around, before I had a chance to start wrapping the compressive bandage on there, I could look at it and I could see it almost starting to kind of unravel itself. So that part is 100% necessary. And I do want to point out that even on the shovel, I don't even know how this happened, because I was trying to, whenever you're putting this on, you're kind of doing this weird dance in between leaving that bandage on long enough that it does its job, but also not too long so that it doesn't like adhere itself to the wrap. But I guess I took it off just a little bit too early, so it kind of, the end kind of flared up there a little bit. But hopefully that that doesn't affect anything. So we're going to get to testing. First thing we're going to test is obviously the hammer. Definitely going to wear safety glasses for this one, just in case this thing decides to fly apart. I will say that the hammer doesn't feel any different. Not much weight was added to it. I was kind of wondering if maybe it would, the wrap, it might throw off the balance or something, but we are going to be drawing. We're not going to be drawing anything. We're going to be driving 20D, whatever that means, 4-inch nails. I don't know if these are the right type of nails for that. Let's see. Nope, not the right type of nails. All right then. Wait a minute. I'm gonna drive those right into the table. Whatever. That felt just like a regular hammer. Man, I was trying to hit it like in one hit. Don't put me on the construction crew. There we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I gotta redeem myself. I gotta get one in one hit. Let's go 2 hands. Oh, almost. I mean, so far it feels normal. Let's do this. I'm just gonna hit the wood really, really hard over and over. See if we can get this thing to even come loose. I can tell you one thing. I don't know why it doesn't hurt my right hand, but that vibration in my left hand, that hurts. That's so weird. Why do I feel nothing in the right, but everything in the left? I feel like the top part has kind of slid up because there's a line there from the epoxy. You know what? Maybe not. I don't feel like it's loose. I don't feel anything. I'm gonna give it a few more really good whacks. Wait a minute. Must be the wood. I couldn't tell. Like something felt like it came loose. I don't know if it was the table. Maybe the table. Man, that hurts my left hand. Alright, well. Yeah, I don't feel anything loose, even in the slightest. I mean, we drove, what, 5 nails. We did all this damage. This is probably more impacts than you would use to, like, drive a whole box of nails, I would imagine. I think that's a pass. That is absolutely rock solid. I don't feel anything even slightly loose. We definitely got to move on to the bigger hammers so we can get bigger impacts. All right, so our framer's hammer, obviously it held up very well. Here's the problem. This hammer is only 21 ounces. Yes, it did hold up, but I'm curious if this wrap is actually going to hold up with heavy impacts. So we know on a 21 ounce hammer, it does pretty good. So we're gonna try out the 6-pound sledgehammer. I have a piece of wood. I'm just gonna smack it a few times, see how it holds up. I am gonna be wearing safety glasses, which These are the dumbest safety glasses I've ever seen, because do I look like someone who needs safety glasses, or do I look like I'm getting ready to do the Pythagorean theorem? You tell me. All right, I'm just gonna start off with a couple really light smacks. I'm also gonna try to, I think, do it in this orientation, because the cut starts at the bottom and goes up here. So I think that's the orientation I'm gonna swing. Let's just do a couple light ones. Okay. I don't think that did anything. Okay, I think we're holding up. All right, let's give it a couple real good ones. You know what? I think we're gonna be good. We're not loose at all. Not even remotely. Let's do a real big one. Yeah, not at all. It feels literally just as solid as it did whenever I put it together. Let's go to the 10-pound sledgehammer. Believe it or not, even though that other one held up so well, I'm still mildly terrified of this, because I feel like if any of them are gonna fail, it's gonna be this one, because this one has the most weight. It's a good first start. Nothing. Not even remotely loose at all. Maybe I gotta kick my leg out before I hit. Everybody knows that gives you more power. Okay. Nothing. I mean, I don't know how many swings it would take to break it loose, if it even would. Let's maybe try this. Oh, ew. Okay, I mean, that's never gonna happen, really. Ow! Ah! That hurt my foot. I heard that first crack, but I didn't hear another one. I mean, even though it cracked, it still doesn't feel loose at all. Okay, I have very high hopes for the shovel. All right, so here's the deal with the shovel. I did not expect this stuff to be this strong. I was just gonna dig a hole, but as you can see, just digging a hole, oh, that's a tree root. Just digging a hole isn't nearly enough of a challenge for it, because it doesn't do anything. So, what I've come up with is this contraption, which is a log and some 2x4s screwed to a tree. And then we are just going to put it here and apply pressure on it until something happens. And I need my nerdy safety glasses. All right, I'm ready to solve some equations, some radiuses and some Pythagorean theorems. I think, I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction. I think the wood handle is gonna snap before anything happens with this. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Okay. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about this stuff is stronger than the wood handle. So, if you have a broke shovel and you want to repair it with this, it's a good call. It'll probably last longer than the shovel itself. All right, so luckily I was able to find a wheelbarrow. Here's the downside to the wheelbarrows. To get a wheelbarrow with wooden handles, the only other options, I think almost every single one of the decent wheelbarrows had metal handles, and I think maybe I saw some with fiberglass, but it was overwhelmingly metal handles. So on those, you don't really have to worry about the handles breaking and even needing this stuff. So the problem is, on the wheelbarrows that do have wooden handles, they are the single wheel, extremely, extremely cheap wheelbarrows. I think this was only like 80 bucks, and it is total garbage. Or this stuff is so strong, and this wheelbarrow is so weak that you are never gonna really be able to haul enough weight in the wheelbarrow to even come close to breaking this stuff, which is good because it shows the stuff is strong. I don't really have a really good way to test it, because the tub is so small and the whole frame and everything is just so weak. Because right now in here I have concrete, well, all concrete, and then a block of wood. This is probably, I don't know, 80 to 100 pounds, I would estimate. And I want you to see how flimsy the frame of the wheelbarrow is. So you can see just by picking it up, you know, this handle right here, no risk of really breaking. You know, you can bounce, do whatever, but look at the frame. I mean, I'm gonna wiggle this a few more times and I bet I can break this wheelbarrow just by moving this back and forth. Actually, it's a lot stronger than I thought. But, I mean, look at that. With that type of flex on these cheap wheelbarrows, breaking your hand, this wrap breaking on your handle is going to be the absolute least of your worries. So, although, anyway, the wrap works great. They say it'll fix a wheelbarrow. It will fix a wheelbarrow. That side of this is great. All right, so the last test we're going to do, this is pretty much just like my own contraption. I've taken two 2x4s. Two of the wraps across the top of them. I screwed them together or I used the screws to hold them in place while I wrapped it. And then I took the screws out. No screws. I'm going to use my contraption here and my plan is to walk on it, kind of like a plank, like I'll walk the plank and see how far out I can get before it separates or the wood breaks or just whatever happens. So we're going to put that just like that. I am mildly terrified. And just for a reference, I am 195 pounds. I don't know what that equals out to because I know like every foot is like X amount more leverage than like the weight you're applying. So somebody in the comments, I'm sure, can do the math. So let's see what happens here. Let's just stand right here. I don't like that I can, you know what? I was gonna say let's just sit on it. Don't chicken out. Oh, I can hear something cracking. Something's cracking. Something's cracking. But this is a lot of weight that it's holding, for sure. Okay, now I'm getting nervous. Okay. I don't want to bounce. Let's just go right here. Let's sit down. Okay. Man, I probably should have made the 2x4 longer. I feel like it's slowly cracking or slowly failing. Let's go out here. Yeah, something's happening. Something's happening. I can hear it. All right, I'm gonna go all the way out to the end. Maybe not. Are we good? Can I stand on the end? You know what I'm afraid is gonna happen? I'm afraid I'm gonna stand on this end. This is gonna break. It's gonna come up and smack me in the head, which I'm sure you guys would love. Let's just sit on it. Oh no. I mean, that's holding all my weight right on the end. I don't know how long I can sit here. Okay, I did not expect it to take this. I think, let me see if I can find something heavy. Let's take this cinder block and bounce it on it, or drop it on the end, and see what it does. Oh, that was anticlimactic. All right, so I guess we've just proven once again that this wrap is stronger than wood. All right, so I think that concludes it. Honestly, that stuff completely shocked me. I didn't expect it to be, like, I knew it was gonna be strong because it's JB Weld's strong. I didn't expect it to do so well, especially with what I expected it to be strong at was, I guess it'd be tensile strength, but not like an impact, like the handles of the sledgehammers. I really thought that those impacts from the sledgehammers would really separate it out and then it would break. Not even close. So if you have a tool or something that with a broken handle that needs to be fixed, highly recommend it. It's gonna be stronger than the wood itself. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.